Who you saying that you are? He gave him an answer in verse 58. What did he say?
He said, verse 58. Amashiach Yahweh said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, before Abraham was, I am.
There it is. He said, before Abraham was, I am. They asked him, what do they ask him? Who are you? Who you make yourself? He said, before Abraham was, who?
I am.
And what does Esau do? Go back to Isaiah 47. In the last precept, and thou hast said in thine heart, read that again. The last part of verse 10.
And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Now who is it? Who else is beside him? Hey, who else did it besides them? We have seen this all our life, right? And before, we just start seeing some so-called men of color that they'd have tried, to get rid of this here, that they drew, you know what I mean? Or took a picture of, somebody painted. But I know coming up, I've never seen dark images of this. Except for in my sister's church. They did have dark images of brothers, you know what I mean? That's the only one I ever seen in my life. Point blank, you know? They were conscious, you know what I mean? So, it is what it is, man. I mean, they have said I am, and none else beside me. There it is. Verse 11, judgment, in verse 11 in Isaiah 47 and 11.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it rises.
See, it rises. Say evil will come upon them and they ain't gonna know where it's coming from. They ain't gonna know where it's coming from. That's what he's saying. Evil will come upon you and you ain't gonna know where it's coming from. Read.
And mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know more.
They're not know. It's gonna come upon them and they're not gonna know where it's coming from. No matter what kind of security system they set up, it's going to happen. They're not going to know where it's coming from. Go ahead.
Verse 12, Isaiah chapter 47, verse 12. Stand now with thy enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail.
Right. You know, they got witchcraft, psychics, sorcery everywhere, man. Enchantments. They labor from their youth. They always, that's why they call them what? The daughter of Babylon, the daughter of the Chaldeans. Because they are following the customs of the Babylonians. Verse 13. Mosiah's clown, he says, see if you're going to prevail over what I'm going to bring upon you. Read.
Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers and the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
He said, hey, let me see what your astrologers and your constantly can do. The stargazers, the monthly prognosticators, stand up and save thee from the things that the Most High gonna do. Read.
Behold, they shall be as stubble.
They gonna be as what?
Stubble.
They gonna be as stubble. They gonna be as stubble. Read.
That's tumbleweeds.
That's dried up tumbleweeds. Read.
The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it.
Right, man. Go ahead.
Verse 15. thee, thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. Thou shalt wander every one to his quarter.
That's right, man. Read.
None shall say.
None of these merchants, or no one that's enjoying the delicacies of America, gonna say to get Revelation 18 and 11. We still holding Ezekiel 35. Revelation 18 and 11.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her.
Doing. As he brings this instruction, the merchants gonna be weeping and mourning over her. Read.
For no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
Nah, ain't nobody gonna be buying their merchandise no more. Look at verse 15.
Revelation chapter 18.
We'll start verse 14.
Verse 14. And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee.
Yeah, everything that they lust after gonna depart from them. Read.
And all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee. And thou shalt find them no more at all.
They're gonna find them no more at all. Come on.
The merchants of these things, which were made rich by her, shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing.
Oh, America, America, not America. Look at all the money that we made. Our money is gone. They're gonna be weeping and wailing when they see this. Read. They tell you what's gonna happen. It's all here. Read. Verse 16.
And saying, Alas, alas, the great city that was clothed in fine linen.
Yeah, the superpower of the earth. That great city of America. Read.
And purple, and scarlet, and decked with gold, and precious stone, and pearls.
Come on.
For in 1 hour,
How long?
1 hour,
How long?
1 hour,
How long?
1 hour,
1 hour. Read.
yeah, so great riches is come to naught.
So great riches has come to nothing. Read.
And every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off.
So all these merchants, all these ones, I mean, you can look at ships, they be just lined up in all the ports of America. As many as trade by sea stood afar off. Read.
And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto this great city?
What city? They'll be crying and say, what city is like America? What city is like America? Go ahead.
And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her
Costliness. Yeah. See? That's why all the people come over here and make money, man. You know, they make money out of America. Read.
For in 1 hour is she made desolate.
In 1 hour she made desolate. Go back to Ezekiel 35, verse 12.
Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 12. And thou shalt know that I am the Most High, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies, which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, They are laid desolate. They are given us to consume.
Yeah. That's what they're going to be saying, man. We're desolate. We've been given to them to consume. Read.
Thus, with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them.
Say, yeah, they boasting against the Most High. Say, I heard what you're saying. I heard what you're saying. Read.
Thus saith the Most High Power, when the whole earth rejoiced.
When the whole rejoicing. The whole earth gonna rejoice. Read.
I will make thee desolate.
You gonna make them what?
Desolate.
You gonna make them desolate. Read.
As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel.
They rejoiced at the inheritance of the house of Israel. When they came over in 1492, got our land. Even when they went over there to Israel and got the land in 1948. Read.
It was desolate. So will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am the Most High.
Tell y'all, I don't care how you look at it, the Most High gonna have to get him a name. He gonna have a name in that day. But it's all about, because look, come on, how they acknowledging the Most High? They're not acknowledging the Most High about anything. He's not getting credit for nothing in their kingdom. You say you're going to know that he's the Most High. Now, it said, who it said? Mount Seir and all Idumea. You have a Bible dictionary?
I don't have a number, please.
I have mine already. So we're going into the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, looking up Idumea. Idumea, pertaining to Edom, Greek and Roman name for Edom. See, Greek and Roman name for Edom. Says, see Edom. So let's look at Edom. Look up Edom. You know where I want? Okay, get Edom. It's on page 142.
Edom figures predominantly in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgment.
We're just reading about it, right? We're just reading about it. This is what they know. Read.
She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from the Most High.
There it is. They know this. She's the only neighbor of the Israelites that's not given any promise of mercy from the Most High. So, why do you think the devil will come down with much rain? Because they're not giving any mercy from the Most High. That's why it says she's going to be as stubborn. And in the end, that stubble going to be burned up, as it just said, right? In Obadiah. Get to Obadiah 17:18. Obadiah is the shortest prophet in the Old Testament. So I gave him 21 verses. 21 verses. That's it.
The shortest and the most powerful. The shortest and the most cut, like the sharpest.
No, I won't say the sharpest. Because Esau is not significant.
Obadiah, verse 17.
Read.
But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance.
And Israelites, we are Mount Zion. Y'all know how to prove it? Where you go to prove that we're Zion?
Psalms chapter 149, verse 118.
No, 1 and 2.
1.
Read that.
Psalms chapter 149, verse 2. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king.
See? Children of Zion are children of Israel. See? So now, I mean, that's how the Most High identify us, you know. We from the land, that land, sometimes, you know, he identify us from where we came from. Like the land was just talking to us in Ecclesiasticus. But let's go back, Baruch, the 4th chapter. Let's go back to Obadiah 17.
Obadiah, verse 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possession.
Now you read verse 1, you understand it's talking about the Edomites. When you go to the first parts of the verses, it'll tell you who it's talking to. You know, in the Old and New Testament, it's talking about the Edomites. Go ahead.
And the house of Jacob shall be a fire.
Now read verse 17 again.
But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possession.
So we're going to own everything that they have. We're going to own all their possessions, read.
And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
Esau going to be stubble, just like it told us in the verse previous. I remember it said they're going to be a stubble. Right? They're going to be a stubble, read.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. For the Most High has spoken.
So when did that happen? When did that prophecy happen?
Has it happened?
No, it hasn't happened yet. So that's let you know that they got to go through what they got to go through, and then that's the end result right there. So that's why we have to be in the spirit with the Most High. Get Romans 7 and 14. That's what I say. That's how the kingdom going. Get 2 Ezra 6 and 9. I've been saying to get it so you can read it. So you understand that this is what's got to happen for us to reach salvation. All this has to happen for us to reach salvation. There's the reason why. You got a reason why he's going to do what he's going to do. Enough of reasons. It's a lot that we can go over because all the prophets prophesied against, this kingdom and the kingdom to come when we're going to reach salvation. Not in their time, but in our time. Or sometime in the future. Read.
2 Ezra chapter 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world.
See, Esau is what?
The end of the world.
Esau is the end of the world. Read.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. See, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. Okay? So get Romans 7 and 14.
Romans chapter 7, verse 14. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not. But what I hate, that I do.
And you know that, he letting you know I'm a real man, I'm dealing with things, that makes me carnal, and I'm trying to be spiritual. I hate that, but then I'm doing it, so I'm jacked up. Look at Peter, man. Peter and I had a Mashak how many times? 3 times, man. Hey, you was with him, man. I know you wanted him. You went, no, it wasn't me. And he hit to the point where he started cursing.
Right.
He started cursing. It wasn't none of me. That's when they say, okay, be him, okay, let's going out the way, because it has to be something that didn't fit our character. When he started doing that, it's like, oh yeah, you wanted him to speak, because they were saying you speak like him. So he said, well, I'll speak like him. So then he started changing it up and he started cursing. He started cursing. He said, oh no, that's not what I'm. Then he went away sad because Mashak told him he would deny him 3 times before that cock crowed. And he did it.